The East Tennessee State Buccaneers have won the 2020 Southern Conference men's basketball regular season. It's kind of lengthy, but they've done it. So why do their fans have an inferiority complex? Hi, I'm Marky Billson, and when I say that, it's not necessarily that I think that ETSU fans are thinking that the team is going to go to Asheville for the Southern Conference tournament and lose there. I don't think that that's the mindset of the ETSU fan. What I do think, though, is the mindset of the ETSU fan is that, oh, Steve Forbes is going to leave us, or for that matter, this idea, I heard an interview from a national college basketball type who said that ETSU has a good chance to win a game in the NCAA tournament. And I agree with that. But, they'll hate it if I say that. Why? Why would you hate that we are going to say that ETSU could win in the NCAA tournament? Really? I mean, if I am coaching, if I'm a program, I want recruits to think that this is a place that they can go and win games in the NCAA tournament at. I want them to think that this is a prestigious college basketball program, and really that isn't done unless the Bucks win a game in the NCAAs for the first time since 1992. So why would you be apologetic? If anything, the Bucks got stronger when Jerome Rodriguez came back from a foot injury. Now you've got a 7-footer and last season's 8th best rebounder in college basketball on the boards. Folks, that is a real strong case for not just winning the Southern Conference tournament, not just winning an NCAA game, but making some serious noise in March Madness, as if the 27-4 record didn't say that before. As far as Steve Forbes leaving ETSU, I want people to understand two things. First of all, he's 55 years old. That is very long in the tooth for a college basketball hire. And yes, Rick Barnes was 60-something when he went to Tennessee, but he had a far greater track record and more experience as a head coach. I mean, you were getting a proven winner when Tennessee brought in Rick Barnes, and they needed a veteran coach at the time. They needed someone with his pedigree. Steve Forbes still doesn't have that. He has some nice success at ETSU, winning more than 125 games in 5 years, but then, he did it at the mid-major level. Can he do it at the major level? The fact that he is 50-something is why coaches like, let's say, Nico Medved have gotten the call to other programs, and Forbes hasn't. Something else. If Steve Forbes is to leave ETSU, and I don't think he will because of his age, but another reason why I don't think so, money. He's paid very well, $650,000 a year. In terms of mid-major salaries, that's about as high as it gets. His mentor, Greg Marshall, makes a lot more than that at Wichita State, but that's the exception to the rule. You're not going to see UTEP throw money at him like that. That's why he didn't accept the interview at UTEP a couple of years ago. And so it would be a $1 million contract. It would be a Power 5 job, kind of like Arkansas, where he lost out to Eric Musselman last year, that would take him away from ETSU. And the fact of the matter is, most of the major programs, they're looking for somebody younger than 55 years old. Just the nature of the game. This is good news for ETSU fans because it means that Steve Forbes can build a consistent winner that wins 20 or more games every year and make ETSU into a real college basketball power. Note, I didn't say mid-major college basketball power, a real college basketball power, and improve the prestige of the Southern Conference. Again, this is a program right now at ETSU. It's very exciting times because it can be a program that really does go to the next level. And, during the glory years, the Mr. Jennings years, 89 to 92, there was some belief, and I remember sports media in the Tri-Cities saying, enjoy it now, it's not going to last. And it didn't. That was the mindset. This program, I think, can keep Steve Forbes around. maybe he is and maybe he isn't the ultimate whether or not ETSU remains successful. But the fact of the matter is that I don't think that ETSU is about ready to fall off the table like they did in the mid-90s. And I think there is a chance for them to build on this success, something they didn't do a generation and a half ago. So this is very exciting times. This is the time where ETSU fans should not be thinking, oh, it's nice to have Steve Forbes, he's going to go away, but rather thinking, hey, this is a program that can really be a player in college basketball now and in the future. A couple of reasons why it could be now. I looked up the odds for ETSU to win the NCAA tournament. Yes, let's even go to that far. I mean, you don't go to the NCAAs with the idea of, making an appearance. If I'm going to the Playboy Mansion, I want to talk to some of the models. I'm not just there for a martini and some cheese. Anyway, OddsShark ranks ETSU 250 to 1 to win the NCAA tournament. I found that surprising because LSU was 100 to 1. Now, it should be mentioned when you're talking about odds, it's where the money is going to go, and there are more LSU fans than ETSU fans, so having the discrepancy in odds, not that big of a deal, I would suggest right there. But 250 to 1, okay, not great by any means, but they're in the mix according to OddsShark. Who's really in the mix is Rebecca Grant, who's, if you're not familiar with her, she has been a sportscaster for many, many years. I used to watch her do an NFL pregame show with Ron Pitts, and Rebecca Grant has gotten a bit of a niche on social media circles now, producing videos, interacting with fans, talking about college basketball. That's been her niche. This weekend, she listed her top 10 teams to win the NCAA tournament. East Tennessee State was number 7. Now, maybe Rebecca Grant isn't the end-all, be-all, but I do think she's something of a respected opinion. Number 7, by a member of the national media, who doesn't have a dog in the hunt on who's going to win it. Maybe ETSU fans should be thinking more than just making the NCAAs this year. I'm Marky Billson.